And all my listeners, welcome to another edition of FMW. We are live. We in the studio. Today is March 10th, 2025. It's Monday night. You know how we do on Monday night, but tonight I want to get right down to it. I'm not really big on basketball and, that kind of stuff. I'm more into the boxing thing. That's more my thing. But I took a particular interest in the little confrontation that I heard going on between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James. Wow. I saw the clash. I heard the controversy. I saw the footage. I heard the remarks. But I want to take you back in time, because I want to give myself a reflection, an update. I want to reflect on how this shit all started. I didn't even know that this was going down, but evidently Stephen A. Smith said some things out of his mouth that pissed off LeBron James. Oh, yeah. Now, I know Stephen, he says a lot of things, some things I agree with, a lot of things I didn't agree with. I'm just, trying to figure this brother out. Some things, I heard him say that I agree with, but a lot of things I didn't understand where Stephen was coming from. But I'm getting to know him a little bit better. But I understand he said some things that pissed LeBron off, and I'd like to play, I think, the remark that triggered this whole reaction. Let the audio play.
I'm really, really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be towards LeBron James. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. The first game of the season, opening night, the Griffeys in attendance, father-son duo playing in an NBA game for the first time, an absolutely positively wonderful story. And then reality sets in. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League, because that's where you belong. As you hone your skills and you get better and you legitimately earn, which I believe he has the potential to do. I am rooting for Bronny James.
Okay.
It would be cruel to root against him. It's a wonderful kid. I wish him nothing but the best.
Got you.
But he's LeBron James' son. And everybody knows what attention that brings. Molly,
Facts.
Doggy, put them up on the screen, because I want to see their face when I say this. Right now, Bronny James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. You know what people are saying. You know what they're going to do to this kid. You know what these numbers mean.
Word up.
You know what it's going to do to your son, to people who are missing out on opportunities, that are busting their tail on other NBA teams in the G League, in Europe, and everywhere else. What kind of opportunity they're starving for. You're exposing your son like this? I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way. I'm simply saying, to have that moment on game one of the NBA season is one thing. To propel it to a point where he's on the bench, he's in uniform, he's taking up a roster spot, and now you're giving him time in the first quarter, and you see the absence of production.
Wow.
How are you helping him? I just don't get it. I really don't see, I really don't get it. I really don't.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's the brother's perspective. He's into the sports arena. He's been around for a long time doing this thing. So he got his opinion, I guess, is greatly respected, and, should be something that we all listen to, take heed from. Everybody's got a perspective. So, okay, I get your perspective, Stephen. Again, like I heard about the encounter with you and LeBron, and a few words were exchanged, I understand. I saw the footage. I saw LeBron walk up to you, saw you get up, y'all exchanged a few words, and he walked off with his chest stuck out, and you basically returned to your seat, and nobody knew the exchange that occurred, but you could feel the tension in the air just from the videotape. Everybody was, all eyes was on y'all at that moment. But I'd like to get Stephen A's perspective on exactly what happened. I like to hear from Stephen because, he was pretty much involved in the situation. And I know this is something that they're talking about over there in the sports world. So what better person to hear the facts from would there be than to have it from Stephen A. Smith? So what I want to do right now is I want to play some audio of Stephen A. Smith explaining the encounter he had with LeBron James and just telling us basically what was said. Let's go to the audio.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son.
Wow.
I can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intention, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father.
Wow.
And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel.
Okay.
What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James.
Wow. Wow. So what the brother's saying is basically that his message really was directed towards you, LeBron, and not your son. Okay, now that we got that. I mean, Stephen, that's your perspective on it. And, I see and I could comprehend that. That's the way you saw best to deal with the situation. But, brother, I just don't get it. That part about him being a parent. That part when you said, you know, when he came up to you, he wasn't LeBron, or he wasn't a sports player. He was just a parent. That right there, that don't sit well with me. Nah, I can't concur that, because number one, when you put on that uniform, you on a job. You working. You working now. You put on that uniform, you on the job, you working. And your job is to play basketball. That's your job. Because when I buy a ticket and when I spend my money to be entertained by watching you work, then you work. I spent my money. I bought my ticket. I'm here at courtside watching you work. You supposed to be running up and down the court. Oh yeah. You supposed to be sweating and dribbling the ball. That's what you supposed to be doing. You supposed to be passing the ball. You supposed to be shooting the ball. You supposed to be dunking the ball. You supposed to be working when you put on that uniform. This ain't the time to have no parental conversations. Sweating, running, passing, shooting, dunking, and scoring. That's what I paid my money and bought my ticket to come see. I come to see you work. Yeah. But when I'm sitting at courtside, after I done bought my ticket, just waiting patiently and respectfully to be entertained by watching you do your job. And you know what that is? Play ball. Play ball. Dribble. Sweating. Running, shooting, and dunking the ball. That's all I want to see. That's what I paid my money for. But if I have to worry about being confronted by one of the workers after I done bought my ticket to come see you work, oh, hell no. We will have none of that. How dare you stop working? How dare you put aside your job title and your responsibility to come up to a paying customer? Yeah. A paying customer who done bought a ticket, to confront them about something that they said on social media. This is America, my brother. This is America. Freedom of speech. How dare you walk up to a grown man who paid to come see you do your job and confront them about something they said on social media? This ain't the NBA I grew up on. This ain't the NBA I grew up on. I don't know where this comes from. This is a whole new ball game. Since when does an employee get to take a break when he's on the clock? Hear me now, talk to me, think about it. When does an employee get to take a break while he's on the clock? It just don't happen. It just don't work that way. You see, old Steven, this way you dropped the ball at, partner. This way you dropped the ball. It would have went down if it was me. Oh, it would have went down, down, down. Right there. Right there. The gorilla would have been out the cage. Right there and now. Oh, you don't like what I said? Oh, you don't like what I said. And swing. Swing. Go for it. Go for it. Win or lose, I'm paid. Win or lose, I'm paid. Go for it. You don't tell me what to say out my damn mouth. I'm a grown-ass man sitting at courtside. Bought my ticket to come watch you work. Yeah. To be honest with me, and to be honest with you, I think there should be a penalty. I think there should be a penalty for this. I think the NBA should be held accountable for this penalty. Yeah, I really do. What you mean, why? It's very simple. Because LeBron James works for the NBA. Because they signed him. They hired him. They put him down with the team. I think that they should be responsible for their workers. And I think a penalty should be applied for this to the NBA. You don't get away with this. Nah. Nah. This ain't the LeBron League. This ain't the LeBron League. You ain't the coach. You just a worker. Hired for a job. You work for the company, the NBA. And they should be held accountable for your misconduct. You supposed to be dribbling, sweating, running, shooting, and dunking. That's what I paid my money to come see. Steven, that's what you paid your money to come see. But when does a worker conveniently take it upon himself to stop working in the middle of work? In the middle of work, to confront a customer. Bad business. Bad business. You supposed to be focusing on the job. We ain't at no school board meeting. This ain't no teachers conference. Hell no. This is a basketball game. And you're at work playing basketball. What you doing approaching me? Get back to work. Steven, you said it. Rich Paul had your number. Maverick, Carter had your number, but ain't nobody call. Ain't nobody reach out. Ain't nobody give you the heads up that there was a problem. Brother Stephen, I know you saying it wasn't the right time and it wasn't the right place. All I'm saying is, oh, hell no! Swing! Swing! You don't tell me what I say out my damn mouth. Swing! If you're feeling froggy, then leap. Oh, it would have went down right there. I would have been antagonizing. I would have been instigating. I would have been pushing buttons. Because win or lose, I'm paid. I'm paid. And I'm standing on what I said. Brother Stephen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of the story of David and Goliath? Have you ever heard that story, my brother? I'm sure you have. Well, it's a true story. Just remember that. Mr. Lebron, ain't you a family man? I seen photos of your beautiful family. I seen photos of your beautiful wife, your beautiful children, your offspring. You got such a beautiful thing going on there, my brother. Why you want to screw it up? Why you want to put the spotlight on yourself with these bullying tactics? I would think a man who's walking in your shoes would walk very lightly at this particular time. I mean, why are you pushing up on little poor Stephen A. Smith about something he or that he say, she say talk? I would think a man like you would be a little bit more laid back. Because the circle of people that you hang out with, they going through some real scrutiny right now. The circle of people that you hang out with, some serious allegations is being made on them right now. Mm-hmm. A lot of accusations. The circle of people that you with, talking about freak-offs, talking about parties, and talking about baby oil. Now, like I said, I know you a family man. I seen your beautiful family. Oh, yes, I have. But I heard some things, LeBron. I've been hearing some things. Now, I'm not one to gossip. I don't know if they true. But they say, when it comes out of the horse's mouth, then it got to be true. If it come from the horse's mouth, then it got to be true. Damn. Well, Brother LeBron, I heard this from your mouth. From your own mouth, brother. You said it, and tonight we're going to address it. Roll the tape.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
LeBron, we waiting. That was you. You did make that statement. Oh, no, it's no AI, nothing like that. That is you, correct? Yes. No, let's play it again. Play it again one more time, okay?
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
What did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? That's all I want to know. What did you mean by that when you made that statement? Because I know you're a family man. Got a beautiful family. So what did you mean when you say that? See, because I know for a fact that you've been at the Diddy parties. But being that you a family man, I know you just had to go there just to party. I know you went there to dance and have a couple of drinks, rub shoulders with the big dogs, be seen, take flicks. I know you couldn't have been a part of those freak-offs. Now, I know you said ain't no party like a Diddy party, but maybe, being that you a family man with a beautiful family. Beautiful wife, beautiful children, beautiful home, lots of comfortability and stability. So I know you wasn't condoning none of those extracurricular activities. I can't see it. I know you wasn't getting down with the get down. Let me just say what it is. I know you wasn't getting down with the get down. I mean, I don't know if you was getting down with the get down. I'm just assuming from the image you portray, from the hype that's given out to the public. Now, even though there's some rumors, even though there's some talk, even though there's some gossip, there's talks of you being in compromising positions. There's pictures of you circulating on the internet in a woman's attire. I don't know if it's AI or I don't know who would do that to you, LeBron. And even though we heard you with your own mouth say,
oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Even though we heard you say that, we know that you a family man. And you can't possibly be getting down like that. Not the way you stepped to Stephen A. No, not the way you stepped to Stephen A. as a concerned parent who just couldn't resist the need to have to go address somebody while he's working, doing the job, getting paid mucho dollars for, big numbers. To stop that, to go check somebody or confront somebody about something they said, it can be taken in many ways. But, if you took it like, hey, he's a dedicated parent, then okay, you might can understand that. You might can compromise with that. He's standing on parenthood. He's standing on morality. He's standing on fathership. You might can get away with that. Yeah, you might can get away with that because he wanted to defend his son, right? Okay. But is it safe to say that LeBron isn't a baby oil man? Can we say that safely, though? I mean, we've been shocked. We've been shocked to disbelief But can we safely say that? After we done heard LeBron say it out of his own mouth?
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
What can you say? What can you do? Like I said, at this particular time, a lot of allegations are being made against P. Diddy, who happens to be a affiliate of LeBron James. As you can plainly hear, LeBron is bigging up the P. Diddy parties. So my advice, or the warning that I want to say to LeBron at this particular time, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. Peace. I'm out of here.